Number 4, Kyle. Defense. Number 8, forward, Jacob Myers. Number 18, forward, Brody. 24, forward, Ray Teo. And number 34, goalie, Texas Hall. Now, starting on wing, number 4, Stanley. Starting on the other wing, number 22, Ruby. In between them centering, number 19, Number 6, starting on defense, Chase Ditchke. Number 7, defense, Connor Seipel. And in the net, number 31, our goalie, Riven Carlson. Thank you. Everyone, please stand.
We're live from Tam O'Shanter, Rink 2. The 5 p.m. game. Your St. Francis Knights taking on the Perrysburg Yellow Jackets. Puck will drop shortly here. In the meantime, we are on Rink 2. Nothing about Rink 2 is ever really that good. So I will forewarn you here, we do have a new trial connection. We'll see what we can do. Hopefully we can keep it live as long as possible. If not, we'll come back as soon as we can after that. Knights changing things up just a little bit here. A couple of new defensive lines. As Warzak starts off with Dressel. Mateo Ray is with Pavlica and Jake Myers. And we get a puck drop here, starting off with the Knights winning that one back into their own zone, taken now by Mateo Ray. Ray up the right-hand side, goes around one man, puck still lingering. Right out in the middle, this should end up being an icing as Perrysburg had to clear that one out with nothing else to do. So this being a makeup game here. at the line, not held in by Dressel, so the Knights will have to touch up. They do so. Coming away with it is Perrysburg, D2D. Out and up to the right side. They're able to get it over center ice. Shot on net, fought off by Smalley. Rebound picked up by Perrysburg, but it comes all the way back out to the point where Jake Myers got it to the line, but not out. It was tapped down low to Warzak. Warzak off the boards up to Pavlica. Pavlica gets it out. Just past his man there, where Jake Myers is able to throw it in deep and allow the rest of the Knights to change on the backside. Joey Mancy giving a good forecheck there. Coming in off the bench, though, was Chris Myers. Mancy picks this one up. As the Perrysburg Yellow Jacket forward lost it. Here's Chris Myers walking right in. Shot just over the top of the net there by Egan as he was streaking down the middle of the ice. Puck is now coming to the near side wall up to the blue line, and that is where Perrysburg will start their attack. Shot deflected nicely there by Denker. Denker and Noah Egan now paired up for this match. Here's Denker coming out of his own end, right up the middle. Walking through and over the blue line, he hits a skate. And Perrysburg comes back the other way. Puck along the far side now. Perrysburg with control of it. Tried to get a centering pass, but it hit a skate. Hit a stick and went way up in the air. Pavlica is able to get this one down to the middle of the ice where Jake Myers moves it along into the far corner. Almost stolen away. Dangerous play there for Perrysburg as Mateo Ray almost got that. Comes all the way out. Just past the stick of Pavlica, and it's on its way down. Pavlica off the boards to Shear. Shear backtracks into his own end, gets it up to center ice out of the zone. Perrysburg dumps it back in. They'll go for a change on their forward line. Here's Shear out of his own end. Got around two guys. Got jammed up, though, on the third one. And Perrysburg able to send that one in deep into the Knights' territory. Also the first one's to it. Stein fended off a shot. Nice play there by Chris Myers. Get rid of that. Here's Booth. Lost the puck as he was trying to get it into the Perrysburg zone. And Warzak takes it. Warzak now with Shear. Started off with Dressel, now he's with Shear. Passes one off to center ice. Mancy had to play it off his skate. Falls down trying to dump it in deep. And here comes Perrysburg. There's a shot taken. Bounces high up off of Smalley. Jack Smalley in net today for the Knights. And picked up by Shear. Shear taps it over to the referee. He doesn't have a stick, so he can't play it. Sent back in by Perrysburg. Handled nicely by Smalley, but we'll get a whistle for the net coming off. Not sure why the referee doesn't just skate in and fix it, but blew the whistle instead. There's a pass back from the draw. Nice play there by Pavlica, but just can't get around his man. Perrysburg was almost offsides there, but the right winger, 27, lost it just in time as they were still clearing the zone. Mateo Ray right up the middle. Ray gets by everybody. Takes all the way down, and it's deflected off of a stick. Ray right out in front to Myers, and Myers is going to shoot this one off the goaltender. Didn't see it, hit his underside of his jersey and fluttered right over the line. So Cheddar with a goal here to start things off for the Knights. 1-0 is going to be your score with 11:08 remaining in the first period. I believe all the forwards got a point on that one with Jake Myers burying the goal. And the Knights on the face-off here. Comes out to Egan. Egan's going to get this one dumped in. And Perrysburg trying to get it back up to the point. They're able to do so, held in though by Denker, and then it's just pushed along the line and taken there by Perrysburg. Booth on the far side, gets it right up the middle. Perrysburg dumps the puck in off the draw. First one there is Egan. Hits the brakes, goes back the other way. Oh, and he left it right out in front. As he lost it off his stick. He's going to get it back here though. able to play it up and off the boards, down and out through the legs of a Perrysburg defender. Here's Myers again on the other side. He shoots and it's a pad save made by the Perrysburg goaltender. Knights had to touch up after that puck was knocked out of the zone by here's Chris Myers. Drags it back into his own end. He's the only one. They do so right up the middle. No icing on this, and it's going to be played by Smalley. Smalley shoots it back around, just missed his own goal. And coming back around, just missed his own goal. And coming away with it here is Shear. Right up the middle, makes a move on three guys, getting hounded by one. Gets it across the line. Perrysburg screaming for an offside. Here's Mateo Ray. Oh, and he tried to force that one down low. He had Orzak screaming for the puck on the far side. Instead, he decides to check his counterpart and wear number 24. In the introduction of the players, Kyle Orzak doesn't have a last name, according to the Perrysburg announcer. That was kind of funny when he looked at that last name and stopped. He wouldn't even try to say it. So today it's just Kyle. Right up the middle and a dump in by Perrysburg. First one there is Dressel. Dressel up the boards to Mancy. Mancy, and his pass from Chris Myers got right by him, but luckily Dressel was on the other side. Dressel dumps it in. Chris Meyer pulls it off the boards, walks it down into the corner, still with it, and his feed pass. Just long enough for the defense to come back and help him. Taken now by Denker. Denker shoots it in on net. That's going to be shoved aside by the goaltender, 31 today, for the Yellow Jackets. And we got a whistle here. Be an offsides, I'm not sure. Yep, must be an offsides. Pointing to the face-off dot just outside of the Knights zone. Knights up 1-0, 6:27 remains in the first period. You're live from Tam O'Shanter Rink 2. Face-off win there by Mancy, back to Denker. Denker loops around, gives it over to Egan. Egan finds Chris Meyer right up the middle. Meyer left it up there for Mancy. There's a shot right there. Puck loose right in the crease. It was between the legs, but Mancy was a half a step behind. Couldn't get it. Smalley plays one off of Denker. Denker had to go get it in the corner. As it hit him in the chest. Here's Chris Meyer again. Meyer up the left ring. Floats it in, but it's intercepted out of midair by the Yellow Jackets. And coming off the bench to grab this one is Egan. Gives it over to Denker. Denker over to Chris Meyer. Meyer doesn't see it. Puck's bouncing around. And picked up there by off the face-off out of the Knights' end. Puck goes all the way down the center ice. Pavlica trying to ride his man out down into the zone. Stein checks his man off the play. Jake Myers can't get it into the net. Yellow Jacket end. Slight delayed offsides. Yellow Jackets touch up. And Stein finds himself with the puck. Up to Pavlica. Pavlica right up the center of the ice to Ray. Ray fights off. Here comes a one-on-one. He backhands, and that's going to be a goal. 2-0 Knights. Your score on a breakaway goal from Mateo Ray. Knights on top now, 2-0. And control of the puck. Booth with it. Dumps it in, just to the left of goaltender, kicks all the way back out, not quite in front of the net, but played there by the defense. Big smashing check by Joey Mancy. There's Myers. Myers' shot ricochets off the goaltender off into the far wall, and the Yellow Jackets looking to come out. Should be an icing, but it's not. Picked up by Orzak. Sent up to Myers. Myers leaves it for Mancy as the puck careens off the boards. Here come the Yellow Jackets out of their own end. Number 6 loves to skate that puck all by himself. Not much of a passer. Ray's able to get it down in deep, making Perrysburg go back and chase again. Intercepted. Here comes Jake Myers. His jam attempt there is fought off. He's going to give it back out to the point to Dressel. Dressel can't handle it. It gets past him. Banks it off the wall, but here comes Perrysburg with a 3-on-2. Into the Knight zone. They hit the brakes, giving the cross-ice pass to 6 and White. He shoots, and that's fought off by Smalley. Good pad save there. That one's going to go up and out of play. We'll have a face-off here coming up. 3:21 remaining in the first period. Yellow Jackets win the draw. Dump it deep into the Knight zone. Picked up by Danker. Danker off the boards. Back to Booth. It got just out of his reach. Puck's still bouncing around. Booth's able to pick it back up. Here comes a 2-on-1. He's got Mancy to his left. Slides one over to Mancy. Mancy had his stick lifted from behind. Nice play there. He takes it off the half wall, drops it down to Chris Myers, taken there by Mancy briefly, but then sent up to the line where it's shot back in by Booth. Up to Danker, taken by Mancy. He makes a move on one, but gets knocked off the puck with a pretty good check there by number 19 in White. There's Egan with it. Egan dancing around. Sends a pass off to the forwards, but they were all changing. Knocked out of the midair by Pavlica. Was that dumping attempt, but Perrysburg gets it back, and they're able to send it in this time. Smalley plays it to himself. Shoots it over to Stein. Stein backhander ended up getting through to Shear, but it had to go through some traffic of the Yellow Jackets. Knight's just trying to get it out of the zone now. Kicking and fussing with it. And still not out. Perrysburg, here they come. Walking it down the center. Nice play there by Mateo Ray to lift the stick. Meanwhile, at center ice, Pavlica and Ray are looking for a long stretch pass. They're going to get it. Mateo Ray shoots, and that one's going to go in. That one's going to go in on goaltender number 31. He thought he had a beat on it, but it went right underneath his glove. And then Mateo Ray's going to get a goal. Still have yet to see the first two lines for the Knights today. But the future of St. Francis is holding their own nicely here with a 3-0 lead. With the exception of Mateo Ray and Dressel and Pavlica. All the juniors are getting their time in today. Oh, nice centering pass by Chris Meyer. Doesn't get through. And deflected up and out of play by the Yellow Jackets. Just over a minute remaining here in the first period. Here from the face-off, Knights are able to keep it in briefly to the Perrysburg end, but they're finally able to clear it after a couple of attempts. There's a Warzak, plays it all the way around the boards to Chris Meyer. Meyer plays it to himself and drops back behind the Knights end, takes a bit of a check. Puck hit the referee, and it's finally able to be backhanded out by Dressel to center ice. That pass almost intercepted. Off the boards. Meyer didn't see the pass from Dressel. Dressel screaming his name. There's a shot on goal, and Smalley makes the save, but almost didn't see it. He looked behind him for a quick second there, thinking that it might have gotten by. 3-0 your score, 29.5 left in the first period. There's a shot right out in front. Smalley able to fight that off. Picked up by Egan. Should have a penalty there. No trip called. Smalley with it here. He's going to bait them to coming down. Backhanded around to Jake Myers. Myers all the way up to Pavlica. Pavlica flips it around his man. Oh, and almost got it to go. And the clock's going to run out here on the first period. We'll have a nice cut, and we'll be back after this. We're back to start the second period here. Knights and Yellow Jackets switch ends live from Tamo Rink 2, where I can draw things with the thickness of the steam coming from my breath. Either way, we'll fight through this and do our best. It's cold here, boys and girls. It's cold. Knights with the puck in their own end there. Warzak flips it along the boards up to Pavlica. Pavlica up and out to Jake Myers. Myers had it bounce over his stick. Oh, and a turnover here by the Knights right in their end. Ends up coming out to a Warzak, and he's able to clear it all the way down. That should be on net. It is, so Yellow Jackets have to play that one. Changing goal as Smalley heads to the bench, and Sebi in net for the Knights, number 1. Egan's able to send that one down to Chris Meyer, just by him. We're on the faceoff. Sneaking in there and moving it out of the zone, up to the line at least, was Mancy, stolen away by Egan. He plays it off the boards through the legs up to Booth. Booth sends that one in, takes a check on the backside, but that's going to be an icing here, going against the Knights. Yellow Jackets win the draw. Get it right up the center, but it's stolen away by Myers. His backhanded pass, tried to get it up to Booth, but didn't get anything on the pass. Myers, we'll call that a leave there for Joey Mancy, even though it was knocked off his stick by a Yellow Jacket. Meyer with it back. Riding on the blue line, drops it back to Egan. Egan puts one-timer near the net, but it was deflected. Battles his man for the puck. Backhanded it down to Mancy, got by him, but he picks up the deflection. And it's taken away by the Perrysburg Yellow Jackets right up to the center ice area. And here come the Jackets. Left layer along the wall, and a shot gets through to Danker. Danker's pass, tried to stretch one out for Chris Meyer, and that got by him, so the Knights will have a face-off coming up. On the face-off, Perrysburg wins that. Shot on net, fought off by Sebastian. Oh, and a wraparound attempt. That's going to be a goal on the other side for the Yellow Jackets. Well, the Yellow Jackets make this a 3-1 game. As Sebastian Fontana just couldn't get that one off the first rebound. Held in at the line by Mateo Ray. Ray walks in and shoots, and that one's wide of the net. Here comes the other way. Another shot there, deflected by by Stein. Played around the boards by Shear. All the way up to Jake Myers. Myers unable to get it out, but he gets the return pass. And he sent a stretch pass all the way down for Pavlica. Another long pass there by the Knights. That does not hit their intended target, so we'll have another icing. My feet would appreciate them to keep the clock moving. Cut out these damn icings so I can get home and warm them up. Perrysburg again, one right out in front. Tried to redirect it on net. Couldn't do so. Here's Booth. Booth chips it out of his zone, 2-on-1. He's got Chris Meyer with him. Booth shoots, and that goes about 10 feet over the net, folks. I'm surprised it stayed in the rink. All the way out to Warzak at center ice. He'll play this one off the boards and give it right back down to Chris Meyer. Meyer right up the middle. Goes around one man, tries to cut in front of the net, is able to do so, but he lost it off the end of his stick before he could make a shot attempt. Out to Dressel. Dressel shot from the point, goes over the top of the shoulder, and underneath the crossbar, we'll have a 4-1 lead. Knights on top with another goal. Take this time and opportunity to say hello to our parents who are out of town. Rob Kerr, I believe he's in Bali. And I think the Casters are over in Greece. Warmer than where it is here. Perrysburg wins the draw all the way up center ice. 1-on-1 here with Danker. And sent around the boards. Played all the way up to Chris Meyer. Meyer at center ice. Goes around his man. He's got Egan going to the net with him. Egan loses his balance and fights it off. But unable to do anything with it. Big check there by Mancy. And here comes Perrysburg. Big takedown there by Danker, no call. But we will get a whistle as the injured Perrysburg Yellow Jacket is still down on the ice. Perrysburg fans looking for a trip on that. Not going to get it. Draws one back to the Perrysburg defense. Swatted up to the center ice by Jake Myers, but then stolen by Perrysburg. There's a shot. Oh, and it hits. Looks like Pavlica. Yeah, it's Pavlica right in the shin guard. He's still yet to get up. He is still down on the ice. He's going to have to limp this one off. He's not going to the bench, so hockey players are tough. Stayed out there. He's limping, but he's staying out there. There's Egan, backhander over to Danker. Danker, cross-ice pass up to the Hobbler. The Hobbler known as Pavlica. Pavlica steals it, shoots and scores. So the Hobbler gets a goal today. 5-1 Knights. As he limps his way around the ice. Pass came out of the back end. Pavlica had to fight for that one as he had to strip the puck back from the defender, and he did. He walked right out in front of the goaltender from about 15 feet in a slightly bad angle and still made it happen. Backhanded pass by Shear, almost picked off by the Yellow Jackets. Would have had another opportunity right out in front of Fontana. Instead, it comes all the way out here to center ice, and it's given up to Chris Meyer. Meyer over the line, pauses, starts back up, but loses the puck. Gets it back, walks in, shoots, and that one just goes wide. Shear picks it up at the blue line, walks in, shot taken. Oh, and that redirection by Booth almost gets on net. Would have had an opening. Here's Meyer again, taps it down to Mancy, walks in, tried to get it back, and he swung it a one-timer, but he missed it completely. This time it's played up and off the boards by Perrysburg and all the way down the ice. It'll be picked up by Shear. Shear will hit the brakes, get ridden off on the play, and then get it back briefly until he gives it over to Chris Meyer. Meyer gave it over to Booth, and Booth gave it to Meyer. Meyer lost it, and Perrysburg able to dump it in. There's Stein. Stein all the way around, far side. Stood up there by Mateo Ray, and Chris Meyer able to leave it there for Mateo Ray. As he gets it back, he's trying to go around one. He does so, shoots, and that save made by the Jackets goaltender. Mateo Ray all by himself in the zone as the Knights were going on a change behind him. And another opportunity for the Knights goes off the side of the net. And Dressel chipped it back down, but it's taken by Perrysburg. Turnaround pass there is intercepted by the Knights. Here comes Mateo Ray. Oh, and he's ridden off the puck nicely by 22. Sent down by the Yellow Jackets. All the way back around here to Mateo Ray. He's going to send it to Jake Myers. He'll take a check behind the play. And Warzak intercept that. Is able to kick it down to himself and dump it into the Perrysburg end. Long pass here. Played off by Fontana. To Warzak. Warzak off the boards to Booth. And I'll have it offsides here going against Perrysburg. And Manson kicked out of the face-off circle. Warzak's looking around like, I don't do this. You go do it. Dressel's like, I never do this. I'll try it. And Dressel loses it. That's why he doesn't do it. Warzak is able to pick up the poke there by Perrysburg and send it off in the far wall where Mancy's kicking away at it. Warzak comes away with it here, though. Gives it over to Dressel. Dressel head up, looking long term there as he tried to hit Chris Meyer. Wasn't able to do so, and a shot taken at the blue line hits Warzak, goes up into the rafters and kicks straight back down, so we'll get a whistle here. 5-1 your score, 7:16 left in the second period. Knights on top. Here's a Warzak. Off the boards, down and around to Booth. Kicks it back off to Warzak, up to Chris Meyer at center ice, and Meyer lost it. Fontana leaves it there for Dressel. Dressel behind the St. Francis end, flips it to himself. Comes out to center ice where he turns it over. Big check there by Chris Meyer. He's listed as 120, folks, but he plays like 200. There's Ray holding it in at the line. He shoots. That one hits the body. Gets knocked straight down. It probably hit Chris Meyer. It does because he is hunched over and looking for somebody to come on the ice for him. There's Danker. All the way down to Jake Myers, and Myers a little quick to get it over the line. We'll have an offsides. 6:24 left on the second period. 5-1 your score. Jackets off the glass and down for an icing. Whew. Here come the Jackets. Oh, and a nice pickpocket there. Jaros seeing his first action of the game. Holmeyer out there. Box is out there. Haven't called their names yet today. Centering pass there by the Yellow Jackets is broken up by the Knights. Another attempt there. That one had to be fought off by Sebastian Fontana. In net for the Knights. Perrysburg with it again, right out in front. Oh, and they had an opportunity. Here's a shot deflected by Jaros, and it'll be sent all the way back down and around into the Perrysburg end. Long stretch pass taken by Danker. Danker fans on his pass attempt. He'll get it back, and he'll just send it in. Knights will go for a change, bringing out Hunt, Stein, and Nick Mack. Perrysburg coming off the bench, didn't even realize that this is the late offside. So we'll get a Face-off coming up. Perrysburg in the night zone. There's a shot. Doesn't make it through. It hits Stein and goes off behind the goal of the Knights. Ends up on the stick of a Perrysburg player. Here comes Kerr. Kerr passes over to Mack. Mack, slow to get it over the line. I don't know why there was a whistle called. Could have been a delayed offsides there. Here's Shear. Shear is going to try his luck at getting the puck down near the Perrysburg goal. Instead, gives it up to Hunt. Hunt tried to play it all the way around, does so, and in the process gets it out to center ice. Gives it back to the defense. It was the normal forward, Nick Mack. Here's Stein with it. Fumbling around a little bit, but he's able to get it out of the zone and shot back in by the Yellow Jackets. Here's Shear with it. Shear. Razzle dazzle spinorama. Gives it back to Mack. Mack gives it back to Shear. And not enough fundamental hockey here for anything to happen for the Knights. And as it's dumped in off the referee. Referee's limping a little bit. Kerr with it near side. Drags it into his own end. Leaves it there for... Left it there for Hunt. Hunt misplayed it. Came all the way back out to Perrysburg. And the Yellow Jackets got a couple of cracks at that. And Vargas says, I've had enough of this. I'm going to send back out my Pavlica, Mateo Ray, and Jake Myers line. And here come the Knights out of their zone. Right up the middle. Oh, and a pass that was targeted for Mateo Ray. Never got through. Shrugged back by Pavlica. Played up off the boards. That should have been a hand pass. It wasn't. Perrysburg comes into the Knight zone now. Dressel off and around to Jake Myers, and that's going to go past him all the way down. Let's see if they call an icing. Yeah, they will. Knights take control of the face-off here. Here comes Chris Meyer. Up to center ice, dumps it in. Booth will go get it. Booth, first one to it. Kicks it right back to Meyer. Meyer had Mancy right out in front. Opted to stick handle around him and get leveled against the boards. He's still down along the far near wall. Finally gets up. Trying to get back into this play. Dressel back up to the ever-famous Chris Meyer. Meyer dumps it in with a backhand. Mancy overskates it. Meyer getting a little revenge on his man. And we're having offsides going up against the Jackets here. With 2:10 remaining here in the first period. The Knights on top 5-1. Here comes Jake Myers. Right up the middle. He's got 4 Jackets to beat. He only beat 2 of them. And Egan plays it off the boards and takes a terrible kick. Egan will drag this one back from a pass from Ray. He's going to get it up to the red line, make a move on one, flip it in over the shoulder of number 6, White. Tried to get there first, but couldn't do so. He will get there first to this one. Battling for it there. As Pavelka hangs out at the point to take his spot. Pavelka is able to kick that one back down low, but it's intercepted by Perrysburg. Yellow Jackets coming back out. Right down the left-hand side. Backhander goes right in front of Fontana. And taken there by Pavelka and up and out. Perrysburg has to wait for the delayed offsides. And they do. Danker down the middle of the ice. As Ray trying to get to that loose puck. Nope, cannot do it. Danker, though, able to hold it in at the line and redirect off of a skate. Sends it in the corner. An attempt there by Pavelka. Got one right in front of the net, but Mateo Ray looks like he's at the end of his shift. He is, as he's going off for a change. Didn't have much gas to get anything on that. Here's Danker, just out of his reach. And Booth's got it. Boother takes a shot. That's fought off. Knight's able to control it with 23 seconds remaining. Here's Chris Meyer with it. He's got nobody to help with him. The rest of the Knights are in the backside of that play. Gets checked right there. It's going to come hot off the boards. Taken though by Booth. Booth back over to Meyer. He's got 9 seconds remaining. Slides it back down low. Big elbows flying there. And we're going to run out of time on the Knights. So after 2 periods of play, your Knights are on top 5-1. We'll be back in just a moment. And back starting the third period here from Tamo Channer, rank 2. Errant pass there from Dressel. Goes just wide of Warzak, but picked up by Perrysburg. Fight where the puck ensues on the half wall. Up down deep there for Dressel. Dressel gets it up to the blue line. Finally tapped out there by Jake Myers. Dressel has to retreat to get this one, though. Back to Warzak. Warzak off the boards. Sent back in by the Yellow Jackets. They'll go for a wholesale change as the Knights come out of their own end. Dressel taken down off the puck. Stolen away. Here comes Perrysburg. Nice play there by Jake Myers. Take the stick away from his man, prevent him from getting the shot off. That puck's going to go through the legs of 17 all the way down into the Yellow Jackets' end. Pavlica just a little bit late to the party. Nice hit there by Danker. Taken there by Egan, but we're going to get a penalty for a trip, apparently. So Danker to the box for 2 minutes with a trip. Face-off will come up here in the Knights zone. Just waiting for the numbers on the board there. They got them. And Knights win the face-off. Shear. Play that one off the boards down the length of the ice. And Perrysburg running into each other there. And Stein misses his check. Floated out to the point here by Perrysburg. D to D to D. Back over to the wing side. There's a fan-on shot attempt there by Perrysburg. And a shot finally makes its way all the way through where Sebastian Montana makes the save. He'll hold on and get a whistle. Knights will get a change. All 4 new bodies on the ice for the boys in blue and red. There's a shot deflected by the boot of Jake Myers. Goes straight up and lands right in the possession of the Yellow Jackets. A lot of lazy perimeter passes here coming up by the Yellow Jackets. Shot there. Just wide of the net. And played back out to the point. That gets right down the center. There's a shot. That one's saved by Fontana. He'll hang on as it rattled around his chest a little bit, but he was able to squeeze it and not give up any more opportunities. So Knights again will change up. 29 seconds remain in the power play for Perrysburg, and 12:24 looks like on the clock for the third period regulation. And back out to the point by Perrysburg. There's a shot off the outside of the net. Back out to the point. Cross ice D to D. There's a shot right on. And Montana will cover that one up as well. Knight's doing a good job of clearing out that front of the goal for the goaltender to be able to see the puck coming in. Good view of that last one. Plow on the face-off. Lost it this time to Ray. Ray gets checked down in open ice. And Perrysburg comes back the other way. And there's a shot off the stick of Warzak off the glass. And they'll pin this one down. Back to 5-on-5. Knights at full strength. Able to knock it out of the zone is Jake Myers. That one's going to go all the way down. Icing waved off. Pavlica steps into a shot there as the puck was left for him. But it hits a shin guard and ends up in the rafters. Out to the point, Shear. Over to Dressel. Dressel shoots, and that one's saved. Up in the air. Jake Myers played it down to himself, but that's going to be a hand pass right there, center ice, and we'll get a whistle. From the face-off, Hanley. Shot there, deflected off by Fontana. Still being kicked around, finally taken by Chris Meyer. Meyer around off the boards to Booth. Booth not able to hold that puck long enough to get it out as Perrysburg able to hold it in. This time, Stein gives it up to Shear. Shear has to get around his own men and the guys in white. And puck finally makes its way all the way down. And just hopped over Chris Meyer's stick. There's Holmeyer. Meyer had to wait for the zone to clear. He did. He gets it around to Chris Meyer. Swinging and missing was Booth. Meyer's now pinning this one. Holmeyer's waiting for that puck to come out and break free. Holmeyer, center of the ice, left it there for Jaros. Jaros takes a shot, and that hits a skate and kicks off into the corner. Holmeyer with it. Holmeyer moves it around, gives it over to Jaros. Jaros gets knocked down. Excuse me, Box. Not Jaros. Jaros had the puck, centered it back out to Shear. Shear's shot flutters in the air and is kicked down by 19 for the Yellow Jackets. This time it's going to be lifted all the way down. That should be an icing, and they'll blow the whistle on that. So we'll get a face-off coming up here in the Yellow Jackets end. We have 9:41 left in the third period. Right off the face-off, quick slap shot taken, and it is saved by 31 in goal for the Perrysburg Yellow Jackets here. This time the Yellow Jackets win this face-off. Lost it off the end of the stick there. Was number 18. And it rolls in on net where Fontana is able to stop that one. On the face-off, sneaking in there was the right winger for the Yellow Jackets. Almost had an opportunity to get that one and shoot it. Gordy Hunt flings the puck around where Kerr leaves it over for Denker, just out of his reach and his max reach as well. So we'll get a whistle here. Another icing coming up to the Knights. Face-off, one there by Perrysburg, sent back behind Fontana. And the Knights' goal. Now taken by Hunt, out of his own end. Oh, and he just about turned it over. He's able to get it out of the zone. And all the way down in the Perrysburg end. Good puck there on the dump in by Perrysburg. Bodies colliding behind the net of the Knights. Hunt with it now. Hunt slides one up to Mack. Mack by himself. 17 versus 17. He centers it. Oh, and Hunt was there, but it just hit a skate. We're going to have a whistle here coming up for the door opening up there at the far end. Oh, and off the draw right there. One back by Pavlica right to Jake Myers. He rips a shot, never left the ice, and that's going to be a goal. 5-1 now becomes 6-1, courtesy of Jake Myers. And it's 8:28 remaining here in the third period. Jackets win the draw, bring it back in their own end. Warzak sends that one high off the glass. Pavlica fighting off a check, trying to get it. He does. He gets it around his man deep into the corner. And it comes back around to Dressel. Dressel from the point sends a shot in. It was redirected, sat right down in front, and it comes out to Warzak. Warzak shoots. That one was an intentional pass to Mateo Ray. He couldn't do anything with it. Oh, and that one hits a big old chunk of ice and kicks right over the stick of Dressel. Here come the Yellow Jackets. Nice play there by Warzak to send that one off to the side. Here's Jake Myers. Jake Myers trying to fight, keep that puck. He's able to spin around, but he loses it. And here come the Yellow Jackets. Centering pass there. Actually, somewhat of a save by Fontana as he kicked the leg out on that. Out to the point. Shot in. Fought off by Fontana. Good check by Pavlica. Wrapped around for Myers. Myers tried to send that one out of the zone, and that one ended up going right to the Perrysburg forward, who put a shot near net, not on. Dressel got it ripped from him. Here's a shot. Excuse me, that was a pass, but I don't think 18 in white was ready for it. He was screened by a body in front. Mateo Ray right up the center. Back off to the right. He lost his puck. Goes over to Dressel, back to a Warzak. Warzak out center ice to Booth. Booth will flip that one in over his man. And Chris Meyer will go down deep to get it. Meyer cycles it back down for Booth. Booth missed the pass. There's Mancy. Oh, and he had a chance right out in front. Couldn't do anything with that one. Comes out to Shear. Shear shoots, and that's saved by the Perrysburg goaltender. They're going to pitchfork this one out, backhanded, all the way down. That's going to be on net, no icing here, so Fontana will cover up. So 6:18 left here in the third period. Knights on top, 5-1. Excuse me, 6-1. And the face-off right there, taken by Mancy. Left right there in the dot. It's going to get kicked all the way over to Chris Meyer. He'll drop it back into his own zone, leave it for Stein. Stein tried to get it up to Shear, and on the back side of this comes Perrysburg with nobody in front. There's a shot there, fought off by Fontana, and sent up to Chris Meyer. Meyer's pass off the boards was intended for Booth. Booth wasn't looking, so we'll call this an icing. So 5:57 remains here in the third period. Holmeyer wins the draw back to Shear. Shear gives it over to Box. Box all the way up to Jaros. Jaros had a little trouble with that one and trying to wrestle that one back. He's able to give it to Shear. Shear's spinning out of trouble. Backhanded it up to Jaros, but it was picked off. Holmeyer able to get it out of the zone. Here comes Jaros. Jaros slides it over nicely to Box, but the pass was just behind him. More at his feet. Still couldn't do anything with it. There's Jaros. Jaros left it there for Holmeyer. Holmeyer just can't corral that puck as it's bouncing around, but it is stolen away by Shear. Shear slides it over. He had Holmeyer sitting right there. He tried to get it to his stick. Holmeyer just couldn't settle it down. Holmeyer, that should have been something, but it wasn't. There's Box. Backhander, that goes just wide of the net. There's Box, all the way back out to Stein. Stein sends one near the net, but off into the corner. Big checks coming here from everybody. Here's Box into the zone, around one man, but he lost it. Perrysburg able to play it all the way down the ice. Past Denker, no icing here. Shear's going to leave it for himself and do another dipsy-do, trying to get around every man on the ice. He's able to get around two, but not three. And Denker had to do a back-checking. Oh, and tire blown there as Sniper's able to get Shear. Comes back out to Kerr. Kerr sent it down near Mack, but pass never got to him. There's Denker with it behind Fontana. Leaves it there for Hunt. Hunt with speed to the center ice line and into the Perrysburg end. Drops that one back for Denker. Denker walks in. Gave it over to Mack. Mack takes a shot, and that's just stuffed. Try to get it back to Hunt. Hunt's got to work for it now down along the backside of the goal. There's Mack with it. Kicks it out. Egan tried to take a shot. That hits a stick and goes straight up in the air. Drops down. Perrysburg's able to corral that and get it out of the zone. No icing here. Okay, we have a whistle here for something. Maybe it was an icing. As the referee brings the puck all the way back down. 3:20 remains here in the third period. 6-1 your score. Knights on top. We will be live tomorrow with two games, hopefully, from Cleveland. We've not been to this rink yet this year, so we'll do our best and see if we can get some type of feed going for you. 11:10 in the morning is the varsity B team taking on St. Ignatius. And coming to you at 5 o'clock will be the varsity team, again, taking on St. Ignatius. So I'll look for those tomorrow from Cleveland. Oh, and a shot saved there nicely by the pad of Fontana. Held in at the line by the Yellow Jackets. Egan with it. Tried to pull it back down by his feet. Couldn't do so, and that one's going to get kicked out of the zone all the way up to center ice. Pass across the way there. Doesn't make it through. Pavlica able to get this one out of the zone. He had Jake Myers with it. It's taken there by Mateo Ray. He's going to flip that one down. Unfortunately, that goes to a Yellow Jacket. Yellow Jackets come back there. Trying to get anything going with 2.5 remaining. Off the glass and over the head of Jake Myers. Jake Myers with it again. Right at center ice. Going to flip this one near net. It'll be played by the goaltender. No icing. Move around to the near wall. And then through center ice. Here's Chris Myers with it. Centers it up to Mateo Ray. Ray just fed it into himself a little bit too far up front, so he's going to lose that one. Perrysburg going to shoot that one on net. Fontana makes a save. Myers rips it around to Pavlica. Pavlica has Booth right down the middle. Booth flips it over to Mancy. Mancy right out in front. That's going to be a goal for Joey Mancy. Making this 7-1 off of a feed from Booth. Puck sent in by the Yellow Jackets and taken there by Booth. Left there for Mancy. Mancy trying to get another one. Goes around one man. Couldn't get around big number 6 in white and gold. Perrysburg trying to get it over the line. Oliver McLeod able to do so. McLeod tried to flip it up in front of the net. Wasn't able to do that. Knight's able to clear it out off the tip out of the zone by Booth. And that one's going to be tipped in by Booth again. 47 seconds remain here in the third period. Here comes Chris Meyer. Meyer over the blue line up to the center stripe. He's going to dump that one in. And here comes Perrysburg out of their zone. And Shears just going to pull it back, try to burn a little clock. Passes it over to Chris Meyer. Meyer up and out of the zone, out to center ice. Where Booth dumps it in. Played there by the goaltender for Perrysburg. 13 seconds remain. Nancy falls down, goes into the boards. Awkward. Gets up all right. Here's Shear with it. Shear. And we're going to have the time run out on the clock here with the third period ending. And your score is going to be 7-1. St. Francis over Perrysburg. We'll see you tomorrow.